Well, our last interview, what's been a very busy Friday afternoon. Good to have two-time reigning and defending DD2 champion, and also a man that has, for the last couple of seasons, been in the Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux Championship, Glenn van Parijs. Glenn, good to have you with me. Firstly, last round of the season, how are you feeling?
Well, feeling pretty good. Genk is second home. I've moved here a year ago, I think.
Yeah.
Circuit is a 5-minute drive for me, so yeah, it always feels like coming home here. We had a good first round here at Genk. Marienburg was difficult for me. I didn't really have too much time to prep it, so yeah, all the guys around me are karting all the time, and for me this is my third time this weekend, this season. So no excuses whatsoever, but yeah, love to be here, and today was great, but let's see tomorrow.
I mean, coming into this round of the championship, obviously based on not just the overall championship, but based on current drop scores, you're within 25 points of Mark, but he's already qualified for the grand finals,
Exactly.
which for another year puts you in a very good place for getting another ticket for the grand finals.
To be honest, that's the only situation I know. The leader, that's the only place we are looking at. To be honest, I want to become a champion again, but we've got to be realistic. I know he has his ticket, but I don't even know who's third in the championship, because when you start counting, it gets in your head and then you're not racing. So we just go for the best result, and at the end of the weekend, we'll see if we manage to do that.
I think that's one of the things I'm going to have to worry about this weekend, of keeping a tab on who's done what. But also another year in the Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. I still remember the interview we did with Ben in the tent when his radio sounded off, and he asked you the question, so why are we here at the BNL karting series? And you said that karting is part of what you do. You know, the G-forces that you go through the corners around here at Genk are perfect for something like when you're going into a Porsche Carrera Cup car where you're dealing with more intense G-forces. It's quite a good training tool as well, isn't it? A lot of drivers nowadays keep themselves not just razor sharp, but physically fit by going karting, don't they?
Exactly. It's two things. It's so pure. You can just come here with your car and drive all day, which is impossible when you're going higher up in classes, especially in cars. And then there's the physical part of it. When I haven't raced cars in a couple of months, like in a few months, I really feel my body is hurting everywhere, and that's a big wake up call for me. Like, hey man, just get out there and go karting, and it's the best prep for whichever category you're racing in if you go up to cars. So yeah, the purity of it, and then the physical aspect.
I think it's also nice that, because it's not just Glenn that's been competing in the Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux this year. Stain Louet, Beau's dad, has also been running the Pro-Am class, and he's had some pretty good results this year.
Yeah.
It's great to see two of the members of the BNL karting series community running in the same championship, isn't it?
Yeah, he was my teammate actually, so we're not racing same classes, and I've been guiding him around and then doing some coaching for him. And to be honest, I still want to get him into a kart, because he hasn't done it yet. And he's talking about his son, but he needs to experience it first, and then he'll probably realize how pure it is, and that it's really like the basis of all next steps. Not that he's not doing well without having the basis.
No, exactly.
It's a great thing to do and to experience.
I think also if Beau was out on the track at the same time, I think he could probably pick up a few tricks as well whilst he's at it, just to learn the circuit and get used to the track evolution. I mean, that was something, because for those wondering, I mean, I have finally, after, 4 years from making my European commentary debut for the Euro Trophy back in 2018, the day after the Euro Trophy this year, I actually got to drive this circuit in a proper kart.
In the E20.
The E20. And I'll be completely honest with you, I have full admiration and respect for every single braking point, every single apex. I now have a better understanding of this track than what I did, say, 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And I mean, just give the folks out there at home, you know, they're saying, oh yeah, just turn left or right.
Well, it looks easy.
It looks easy, but it ain't.
No, it's not at all.
I mean, what are your favourite parts of the circuit here at Genk? I mean, for me, to be in the E20 and coming out of turn 6 and going down the Europolan and actually passing traffic was ridiculous. It was like, I saw it out the corner of my eye and I just thought, how fast am I going? You know, like you're doing like 100, 110 clicks braking into turn 7. I mean, that is one of the show points of this circuit.
It is, yeah. I think the whole track that like they really thought about it, and that's the reason they have these international events all the time, and it's a really great track. For me, I personally have one favorite, and that's the one left-hander after the cafeteria corner.
Yeah.
Because there's the famous bump.
Yes.
They've tried to work out the bump, and it's still there, and I think they're just at peace with it because there's a certain way of taking it, and when you manage it, and when you have enough track experience, you'll nail it. And I really like that one.
It has caught out some drivers over the past 4 years.
Exactly, and world championships have been won in this corner,
Yes.
and yeah, it's my favorite one.
But of course, this year is the 15th anniversary season. You know, we started back in 2008. DD2, Christoph Hulbers was the first driver to win the title. Then we had a flurry of Belgians, one who's now adopted a Slovenian nationality, Zandrua, you have been mentioned. Matthias de Tige, Sean Babington, the only driver from the UAE, Kevin Luddy. Barry Pullinger's won a title in this, and then I still remember the battles between you and Zander Schriblak.
Yeah, of course. I remember them as well. No worries.
I mean, there's no hard feelings on it.
No,
I mean, one of the things that I like about the fact that you've got onto Porsche Carrera Cup, but you still brought the roots back, and Zander's now running in a BMW
exactly.
around Zolder and Spa-Francorchamps, and it's great to see drivers like Zander who are incredibly talented, very skillful behind the wheel, but it's great to see that how many people have gone on from this. You know, Beitske Visser, Oliver Askew, Rinus van Kamtat, aka Rinus VK, for those that can't say his surname. Lee Diffie on the Indy. I think Lee Diffie was one of the worst. No, it's Paul Tracy was the one that literally did Rinus's surname a very, very bad misjustice. Of course, Max Verstappen celebrating his 25th birthday today in Singapore, on the verge of securing a second successive Formula One world title. Glenn Van Berlo, GT Open in European Le Mans Series. But there's another thing that I need to sort of mention here. I've already mentioned this once because there are two drivers, they just so happen to be Belgian, that are on the verge. If it takes place this weekend, Glenn, both you and Kai Gilletz could join Mike Van Vugt as a 4-time champion.
Oh, really? Okay. I didn't realize.
No. This is what my job is, like getting all these stats. Okay. It's quite weird when you look at it. When you took your first title the year after Oliver won it in 2015 when he was battling Rinus. You won it in 2016. Then we've had Dylan LaHaye, Joe Turney doing the whitewash in 2018. And then Dylan won it again 2019. Clayton Ravenscroft got the ticket because it was too close to Sarno. I remember that year. And then Sean Butcher's trying to go for a third successive title, but he's got to contend with Kai.
Yeah.
It's really interesting how we've got so many drivers that have come through this championship. It just really shows that the BNL is truly what it says it is. It's an international racing series.
Exactly, yeah. Completely agree with that. Yeah. Especially you named all the drivers, and there's no way around. Like, you have to confirm what you're just saying. Yeah.
I think, the BNL has always been a friendly atmosphere, great racing, double headers in a race weekend, but there's always the team behind the scenes. I mean, what would you like to say on the 15th anniversary week, 15th anniversary season to all the team here at the BNL Karting Series?
Well, I've seen a lot of organizers come and go, and they were all great people, all different people, and it's great to see that all those people are still passing by, which means a lot. Like, it was a great team, and they'd love to come back just to say hi, and it's great to see those people. Just an amazing organization. Hi. I'd like to thank them, and I'm coming back every year, which means something as well. I love the atmosphere, the competition that there is. It's not far from home, so you'll see me around for the next couple of years as well.
Well, Glenn, I'm going to say this in your own language. Veel success.
Thank you all.
Thank you to Glenn van Parijs. And that rounds out the interviews here at the BNL Karting Series season finale for 2022.